So Vice was mainly inspired by a game called Deadbolt. In this campaign you were supposed to play as Reaper. When the story begins, you were able to pick two different storylines for the same character, and based on your choice you would have a specific dimension. This map had some dialogue choices, different minigames, basic stealth, and some different complex gameplay mechanics planned. There was also an old project called Afterline, which essentially was a combination of Cyberpunk and Hotline Miami in a two-dimensional space, but it was really rough and strange. It didn't age well at all. This campaign has different stories with specific characters in one dimension, and their stories were supposed to be connected. There are so many maps left unfinished, and many of them have interesting artistic choices but completely unstable and terrible structure. You can see all these maps right now. Grove Street is an extended map that I made few years ago and I never used it properly. I think it doesn't fit typical versus gameplay, but it works really well with deathmatch. Rampage is a game mode that was inspired by Vice City, and it was about a gang war with extended map and some traffic, but as you can see it was very unstable and I didn't know how to fix it, because I'm not a scripter and my main priority is to work with triggers. There was also a wanted level system like in GTA, but it wasn't good here. Basically, the name of this project already describes itself. This map used to have different types of rooms and traps with random generation. Simulators in this game is what I used to call maps with mouse control that worked only in the map editor, and there was some fun stuff done, but it felt so unnecessary for this game. Find the Exit is basically my first ever project in this game. I made the first map back in 2014 and it was pretty bad, but this is exactly what I started. It has always been a project about complex parkour combined with puzzles, but the new maps also had some additional elements and scripts. There was also a campaign related to this project. It was a concept, but the player was already able to make a decision. In general, there were so many challenges in progress for a redux version of the game, but I never finished any of them. This project is fully based on custom cars in this game with variety of different types of vehicles and game modes. One of the maps was highly inspired by Drive Ahead. In some way, it was a single-player death round with bot support and random generation. It's a more difficult, grounded version of a challenge with different types of rooms like puzzles, arenas, and trap rooms. Basically a test chamber for a player. Ink Shadows is a small adventure map that was inspired by Mark of the Ninja and Future, containing some of their elements and shadow puzzles with stealth mechanics. Player had to steal items and there was a choice between hacking and magic. Over the years I made many big maps, but there was one map that turned out completely useless.